No? I know, Tibet time, right? Yeah, Tibet time. I know, that's right. Right. Tibet time. Oh yeah, not bad. It's exactly 2 o'clock. Yeah, it's not Tibet time. At really American. The Tibet time is early. Tibet time is 10 minutes early. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Better if I use my English. Yeah, you guys need 100% prostrations. Yes, look, 1 minute, like the 100 is fine. And the 3 minutes and 1,000. Oh, that's why. Smart. You one prostration, you use the bar. Okay. Now I know you guys. Okay. Now you guys, I know you guys are really tricky. Okay. Huh? Yeah. One prostration, so use Sumanda and 100,000 prostration. Okay. I'm done, Gando. Oh, yeah. Okay. You guys really making me trouble. I really need a smart. I need a smart. Okay. Dorje janje de lo na ro dang maraba me la ju je gam ba ba de za ye za gan jing ga ma ba je ye jong je je ba za nan da ra da za ra zong ro ba zo za la za ja je la nga ni be nga nya me rong go da bo ga je la zor wa de zo ga je la ma na nga je ba za no nam da ra zen je la o gom je gam ba zom ba yin zen no gan la ja je me ba da Zende de da jube ganjin la Nyinga yemba me bar zenje la Mega ganjin gova zamba ye Menga dergo jebe Lama la Zorwa debe ganjin la Yeme mege jeva zenje la Yeme ganjin ye zamba ye Ganya doi be ngowo zomade maje de ganyo be gamje la lo da rava zenje la nanda ngowo juga zomba ye jayama Jaya Javala Manga Roba Jave Ganjela Gorande Yerme Dova Zenjela Jeva Ganda Yanda Lama Je barla lon je zada lam je yonde ra do ne dor je jange gomba anyor da yo morden da la marumbo je da ge je be me de yone ga de je mo gone je zo Go zong do jeng ra zar do zo mi ju jin je wo ra na de san je gun je ngo ni ra ze ju gong zo dong ze ba za ba la ma na na gu zan za zo zo gun de zo ji la ma da re zo rum do ji min de jin je kan de jam ra de je ra ga ba ro do ji ga la zo ran Rana Rondo Nija Topgyal in the Ripin Jargon Jamson, the Kotagana, Yazilla Bird, the Naya Gombang on your yo. Okay. Good afternoon, all my dear Dharma brothers, sisters. So, now I'm going to continually to teach on this song. I think this afternoon my only is my English or okay.
Please listen with the supreme motivation of bodhicitta.
Don't worry, don't be nervous. I cannot use. Okay. Ngaranso ta yoker raptor area the raptor monastery in the Tibet areas local Shekayori then the Charansoke Telo Toligarona.
Now we're going to discuss around and about the local deities in the Rocktroll area.
Je namjar dagyang khorden ke pala darmin roda pimbar se pai yerla jila luso tinzi la yerjong chen bo dajar mo khen ne zo khin ko ta je sa ya de bo dare oh then hello then the jes ya the buddha je da ga buddha the tam bu ko namjor dakja khor the je bala namjor ba dakja the Barway Dorje khor ke thi ya ro namjor ba dakja khor na je bala tu jond me pa darwa me pa dropa ta nyamo ta simo ma ta ta zhe xian kang lom ju tham ji la the khorang Guangzhou Dongzhou Zhe Gao Lin Rami Dong Zhou Be, then the Pimbar Se Ba Ye, Gala Ji La, Lu So Ding Zi La, Yozhong Jimbo Dajar Mo Kines, Tate Yozhong Jimbo Dajar Mo Ke Seriate, Raptor Monastery behind the mountain, Jabra Kori Dajar Mo Ke Labri, Jabra Be Rachimbo, Zar, Karpo, Karjang Risone, Petandori. Tate Dajar Mo Ke Te Tazu. Nga so xue de ngorla chuksum zen tazu nga so ga la yo wa de na ngorla yong je jarbon ra wo de dajar mo khie de la ko
Gurla?
tazu kong nga so ngorla chuksum ze la yin ba
Asa.
la yin ba bu ge yebdan ngorla chuksum zo chuksum tazu la yin ba 15 la yin ba we talked, right? Ti na tin di dajar mo ke ngorla ti zo da jing de yin la. But the raptor behind the raptor monastery the jabrak mo ke la ya te ngorla chukson na de zo yin so. Zo zen ha ko ro. Man. Okay.
Now, to return to the liturgy, Kye, along with a retinue of yogins, inseparable friends, and helpful deities who protect body, birth, life force, and stability, is the great guardian of the land, Topgyal Mokshe. Along with a retinue of yogins, this is talking about Barway Dorje and all the yogins who are together with him and in that area. Dralme means without separation. And that's asking that these are the deities that are always with them, protecting them and helping them day and night, protecting all their goods, all their resources. This specifically, this deity, this god, Topgyal Mokshe, he resides in a really big mountain, a great snow mountain behind the rock troll monastery. And he is one of the...
snow mountain, Mari. Snow yori, the white rock mountain.
A white rock mountain. A big, completely white...
Snow ori is not have 4 seasons snow yomari, winter snow.
Hakosan.
The carbo lavia, the white rock. Rock around white, snow.
So the mountain is white because the rock is white. There is white snow, but not all 4 seasons. So they call it a white mountain because of the rock is white. Topgyal Mokshe is one deity or one god that abides there. And when we spoke about the 13 main president-like spirits that Guru Rinpoche appointed, Topgyal Mokshe is one of those. One of the main ones.
They call love yorwa. Ngola chuksum zo ding ngola chuksum nang zo.
Among those 13 main spirits that Guru Rinpoche appointed, Topgyal Mokshe is the principal or foremost one. He's a deity on the white side, or a deity that helps with the Dharma.
And the deities we have, and the local deity have 2 kinds. One kind is helping for the Buddha Dharma, and or kind. One kind of local god is making disturb for them. This is their karmic. Yeah. No choice. This all same like not local human same. Some side is making hairpin, some side is making disturb. It's okay. That doesn't mean I was some samsara. Samsara have good and bad, too kind. That doesn't mean samsara. Then the Dajar Mokhete, Tongdo Ngurje Kota Yali sor Takar Perchin Radar Sagan Sub so Takorek Lopo Kumdo Carporo, Kumdo Carpo Tongando, Nucarpo Cando, Kota Yalia Tolo Carpo Namdo.
He wears
Chasa Voyata Mota Tarjar Cosero Carpos on. Ta Jopa Takalekale Lecare.
He wears a all who wears silver armor and a helmet, the color of a conch, and holds a spear adorned with a white silk banner and feathers. So Zajal Mokshe he wears all white clothes. He holds a white silk banner, and he has a white flag on the top of his helmet and white flags around.
Saye Karso Jong Tandongder, Tsayin Chengwa Party Sakin Yong Nopson Dor Drama Korsum Kor, Takar Yong Longho Dimba, Chip Song, Korege Saye Pagan Dongdar. And the flag in spirit in Dongdar Carport and Namkalo Kondamare. Tse Tungwa Party Saking, Tse in Tungwa, the Tse Renwichi, and Tungwata, then in Norjong, sometimes Norwalk plates and Norwegian Jakande plates. Sometimes King, that Tendrita. Naxon the drama course of Tran down the Tendrawata, Trataya, Trakea, Tanta. And Davio Korea, Tanti, or Chatan, Yori. Then he correct that carpo, Ngoma, Yoin Doris, and Tak Ngoma hair near Trakoy reason. Then he pen jobo long na ye pen jobo, than I yoba tacham the Mareo.
His right hand upholds a flag of virtue. In his left hand is the glorious mala of life. I entreat the tamer of evil forces, having the three types of weapons, who rides a white horse with a turquoise mane, endowed with power. So Zajal Mokshe holds a right spear spear in his right hand, holds up like Lama was demonstrating. In his left hand, he holds a mala of long life, and sometimes he has a plate with the jewels. Then all around him, he has the many different types of weapons that he uses to subdue those spirits who are against the Dharma. And he rides a white horse that is extremely fast, like faster than the wind.
Takar Jin din, Tabji Church, Takar Jin the Dimbata, Teana Yek Tajita, Teana Yek Trevor. Trigger moon, the Jexomariba, Tree in Domare, that Tendreke, Zima, Conragiyam, the Dada Mora Lamin Jarmos on the Barway Dorje, Dada Hinjan, get their song take read, Zima Yen Dada, the Yombe, Pamba Condomare, Dan Zima, Tendreke Yum, Tenda, the Yum Ye, Conrad the Yum Ye, Tender, Tende Power. Lombo, Lonchi G, that tender call the Yopa, tender Zimayam Japao Lonchi G, Povo Novo Lase Pon right time, Payek Yabium Panso, Lamlon so Ravasana, Lalon so, that the injured Jackson. It's a guy yet.
Adorned by a white swan and led by 8 horses and 10 mules, the 4 beautiful consorts and 8 warriors and ministers, the older and younger Bun princes, son of the wealth deity, father and mother Bartzola and Lumo.
Tateri payek saya the pata so yek the dema norbo gundu kare gona tia yobaga tundru ke patam je yap tan yam tundru ke panso la lo mo saya den sorin yore te tin so te da la ta lo mo la so baga longju kare gona tren ki tundru ke kore ke tang khore da de kore ke tang khore da mukhe zajar mukhe ke ta khore Mamang his people, Mamang Tatri Tashi.
So this verse is talking first about his horse that is adorned with specific
family and all local his around his Korang Kortam Jirwa.
So this first line is talking about his horse and what they're adorned with. Then it talks about his 4 consorts, especially one of them is within the Yamantaka cycle.
Re Yamantaka cycle
One of them is a protector of the Yamantaka treasure. Then there's the warriors, the older and younger Bun princes. This is talking about all the many warriors and retinue that all surrounds him. Especially there's the Buyik who have a specific lake, and this lake has many female nagas, and the deities or gods that reside there will give whatever is needed, whatever wealth or whatever resources is needed. This area is all surrounded by mountains. And within each mountain, a local deity resides within the mountains. Many local deities reside within the mountains. So it's a very mountainous area inhabited by many deities.
The Rava Sana Taring Nugin Che Sela, the Rava Ti Sela, Ti Senya, Taring Zone, Rerembo, Chembo Jegoli, Ti Taring the Rava Saya, the Jaji Zone, Rejegori, Rava Jaji Terje Panzu Zone. Ko jag ter ka mambo tane yu la ko re ta jag ter ka mambo nga ju Barway Dorje ga ter jag ter ka mambo da song de ta de nga ju Lama tam ni song ga ta chere ba ga ta jana sa jam ne ja ke chere ga tap ji win de ti re de re khora ga na de jag ter ka jang jang re do so hie ko de re ra wa ja ji zon Barway Dorje ge ja ji zon men ta ga de jag ti re de khora de Rava Jaji Terje Panzu, the Jag Terka use on the Barway Dorje song yard, Tata Tsiragat in Tonko.
The external and internal fence, long silk scarf, great yaksha, the great custodian of the tent, the cook Langama. This Rava refers to the circle of mountains. That's like a enclosure, and these mountains, Barway Dorje named them something like the Iron Mountains, because they were saying that there was many iron treasures or metal treasures within them. Now the science has observed these mountains and checked, and there definitely is, it's very rich in minerals and iron and so forth like that.
Rawajaji Terjapang. Tero, Gurjin yourself, Satan Langama, the Tatela, Gurungo, the Gurzo, young yang Dagale, Tegoli, Tila, de la Onla Carbotan, Tendo, Corindavo, the Satan Langama zona, T. Yum, Langama, Zolire, Langa, Seriating Azoke, Tata Celesa, Semalesa, the Carrero. Tenda or the Kelamaler or the Red Kelamaler, Tela Langama, the main taco, the Kuruka, Tata Kuru, the Rata or the Teens of Langamas or Te Tamji Koranson, Koranson Nama, te tata mukhe ke khori la janjari to.
The Gur is the name Gur Polagi Mingrava. Gur.
Ri gur sarya de ko ri di rakamain ri de tati yabdane yabda tando ke ko nejen diorda.
So Gur is the name of the mountain, but it's also how the deity is addressed. Gurgin Yenchin. And then Langama is that deity's consort. And this refers to one other mountain that all of these many local gods reside in.
Karpo logya log zava marpo tanda ngokche zava ji seriate karpo logya zonyan log zava zo karpo logya seriate lang tar karpo karchang ri sone re yore ta ti trate log zava en zon log ti tarate yabdate ke ha lepa ke log yang log yang terne ti yabdate ke chupa tu na log tanda ke mambo pi log mambo log zen shi bro the yang ten king ke tundu ki yabda en song log zo je and log song ki log yang ten ki log yang.
So when it says white sheep, yak and shepherd, the 8 shepherds of a beast with the mane like a red horse. This area is famous for white sheep and the yak, and so for the local deities that abide there, it's necessary to offer many white sheep and white animals and so forth.
Marpo tanda se the marpo ro yore marpo tanda ro ta kan gon ro ta kan nam chon ro marpo ro yore te zin ge ren la ko re te sa re zin bo ro zin ge re zin ren ro te ne ma ke te sa re le kan ra man da zuna koran so ge lam sang parchi zon do ke tan re ke te sa re kong cho chao on ra ge ren la ko.
The Ta Marpo is the Marpo Ta is a mountain that looks like a red horse. And so the mountain is red, and there's kind of like 2 ears of the mountain, or 2 protrusions that look like ears. And the local deities who abide there are said to be maybe a little aggressive or angry. That it's difficult to do work there. Obstacles will quickly arise.
There's a chado chimbo ro re.
They're a little bit jealous. That's the characteristic of that mountain.
Ramar cholo chacham sokje da chacham sarya de la jimen pe zopo rungbo jin ra ramar sarya de ramar por or ramar por te ko jing ren la ko le te sa mar po jing ra te ma de ta mar po da ma mar po da dong dar mar po tan ro khon da mar yore khawa da da mar chacham sarya de
this mountain
this mountain or
remarkably the red mountain Jolo, the armor-clad lord of wealth. This mountain has very tall women who are all red, and they ride red horses. They have an aggressive or they're bearing their upper fangs. They hold a red spear in their right hand. That's what this mountain is like. Yeah.
Ramarte tanmare. Ramar sayatela ramarpo zinjere korana mamarpo kahodan dongdar korna matamarpo chamda molis. Chacham sayatela jime zoboring bororis.
The many red women.
Tamari. Then the mambo lekando. Ramar Seriat, Kakala Angel.
Lasa.
Ramar white, red mountain Seriate, different.
Lasa.
Chacham Seriate, different.
Lasa.
Red mountain Seriatela, the man red color, then to see them, the red horse, no more book on the Morayo.
Oh, that's okay.
Chacham Seriatela, the woman pay tall woman Zogan Botin Rayo.
Rinye.
Kakar.
Rinye. So
Ramar, Jolo, Chacham Sayate, Ramar Sayate, the Chacham Sayate, Kakar.
Okay. It's a very condensed in here. So within this one line, they're talking about two separate mountains. The red mountain, Ramar,
Jolo, Chacham Sukjada
has one guy that holds holds a spear and is very aggressive. The Trachte, the armor clad, this is another mountain that's right next to that, and there has all of the very tall women.
Really tall women, Raptor going patas out. There are Barway Dorje, Gomba, Raptor Gomba, Majab Gom, Chacham Saya, Jimmy de la Pe, Jimmy Trough. Anyone going to there, cut the tree, bother the water, red away, Shakari pass away.
During the time of Barway Dorje, this mountain, Chaksham, the women there were incredibly tough, the local gods. So much so that if somebody went there to cut down a tree, that they would almost inevitably end up passing away.
Then later, Barway Dorje, don't do this, bother too much of this, you're doing too much, and don't do this. Then the Samaya train, teaching you more on Hiwaris.
Then
Tata Tuyom. And a Tezaro, Tata Tesa Tamuyom.
Now it's not as scary because Barway Dorje gave these women all Samaya and explained that not to do like that wasn't very good. And since then, they've become very pacified and peaceful. So to this day, it's not a scary place like it used to be.
But still, Robert, because during my times, one father and son, they went to there, he cut one tree. He cut one tree. He cut tree down, cut tree. That's a tall mountain. He cut tree, with tree, he's fall down to the mountain, he's passed away. Oh yeah. The sons really crying come to the Raptor monastery. During that time, I'm in 3-year retreat. He says really crying, come in the 3-year retreat and knock the door. What happened to you guys? And then he says, Dad is like this happened. Because it's really nearby Raptor monastery and behind the deities. But a little tough, but it's not like before. He's a little tough. We are a little scared for going to there. Little scared. Don't bother her like, yeah. But a little scared, but not like before. Before really troublemaking. I hear tell so that. But you guys, local duty is not like this much travel, a little soft everything, always doing something. But maybe you didn't know this kind. Sometimes that happened. Then, my brother, Pojo, Logio, Lang Yarata, Mason Sunday last on Yombure. The Pojo on the Yori Pozo, the Kazange Lavima Pozo. One of the local deity, Lama Trafa, Dolly Cups, Seratang, Todang, Serajana, soon. Then Barway Dorje Katana Yana, 1 year he forgot along the Terry, Pojo Sayati. Pojo Sayati, Tesare Bomboka, Hokya Bomboka.
Bojo, so to read from the English, Bojo, Luju, Langru, Yaru, and human protecting demons and so forth, spirit classes. Bojo is one really strong Bun deity that Lama told a story about previously in a previous teaching, where Barway Dorje tied and subdued Bojo, bound him with some sort of a rope by tying a rope around a tree. Nobody else could see what he was doing, but he was with the lamas and monks, and this really strong hail and thunderstorm ensued. And Barway Dorje tied this rope around the tree, and the storm cleared and pacified. And then Barway Dorje forgot, and 1 year later had to come back and release him.
The guy is almost like gone because he is really thin, and his legs, arms almost like gone because he is making tight everything, because he is a little upset at that time. Barway Dorje, maybe he's too much drunk, a little upset. What are you doing always if you're going up? Always the lamas and the monastic people going here, thunder and hail and the water is this lightning, and sometimes lightning is a kill for horse. That's really dangerous always. Then he come through there, they did make for him bother. Then he's little upset. Then he's kind of like take out the round rope, and he tried with the small bush. Then stop everything as sky is clean. Then he is gone. Then 1 year he's forget. 1 year later then he's seeing it. Then he take out, and then he making samaya. Yeah. Mercy is really kind. That sometimes he is little making trouble. Right? Maybe that time he have a little something. Oh, did it. Mason Sunday la so Mason Sunday ya de so ta Yongbo Hindi Dopa Jin Tamjil Zon the Court and Yongbo Rek Tamji Zodi Tampichu Dropa purchasing the Tandaka Mambo Yori ta Kong Kola Ya the Zo Nika Yorwa Moke in the Ya Zo Nika or Kola Lombo Tamjila Yazo Nika or that is the zone Lombo Chula Gari Chula Song Job Singi Garji Chula Ponzi Zamgi, but no choice Koranga Lombo.
So all of these gods, including this next line, human, protecting demons, and so forth, spirit classes, this specifically refers to the gods in the retinue that actually cause harm to the practitioners or people of the Dharma. They create obstacles. So these are all of these gods we've been talking about are within the retinue of this main president-like Topgyal Mokshe. Topgyal Mokshe. These ones specifically, this line specifically refers to those that cause harm to people who want to do Dharma. Within the retinue, you have many helpful spirits who are helping and accomplishing the Dharma activity, and you have a handful of harmful ones who are preventing and causing obstructions.
Chepar Zajar Yamche Chame in the Memonzi, the lyrics some Jakor, Pojo Parjala, the Zinjan Kor, sayade. Chepar Zajar Yamche, sayade. Chepar the Tamamay, but Zajar Mokia Yamte, Tadange, one of the the treasure, the hinge there song, Pomoze or Lavemba, Terry. Tell Chumake zone, Moran to Sat and the Chumero, Chumake the spring water or the spring water, then Jumaro Dorje, Terry and the Conga Terlin and then Kona Gigin Regla, Tates are Nangrat in the Gigin cuts in Boyo, Valtine, Conga Terlima, who's on the Tendusonja, Yorva, Namtan and Yori. Wow, cause one.
Munchishas, the tel magu.
On that, oh, yeah, Chepat Zajar Yamchi, the ye to a Chepat Zajar Yamchi, Chamene, Mimon Zidi, Lyricsum, you core, Jovo Partila, the Zinja chorus, Seriate, Tata Zajar Mohika, he is one consort of the Hinji, Terson, or the Layamba. They also the mountain bay Yaporo, the Moran is a mountain bay Yaporo, moral of the mountain man. That a Chumek area there, the treat and spring water. Tell a Chumek, Chumek tell a zine, how goes on? Gomer zin, zins and how go
Spirit.
Spread, zins and the driven soon can't tell, spread zin like Morangan cord the zin, Morangan cord the fla do zin some yori, Moran cord topo. Fly yori, zin yori, do lo yori, do yori, fla lo zin tata chatan nazo jako mo hingi ter son torma jadi ti torma jahorwa za jahori zin jahori teri te do tikere kiko teri ta.
Especially Topgyal with his single consort to make the beautiful fire lady surrounded by the three classes of Nagas. The Lord Heruka, surrounded by gods, Nagas, and spirits. This talks specifically about one of Topgyal Mokshe's main consorts, which she abides in a mountain. It's a really nice shaped mountain that has one spring water, like one nice chumek or nice spring coming from it. She's surrounded by haughty spirits, demons, and nagas. She's one of this consort of Topgyal Mokshe, Lama said, is one of the protectors of the Yamantaka Terma that he mentioned earlier.
To promote the Morang de la Zin Le Hla, the song Hla Zin Le song, Koran Kor the Lord. Morang Serena, Hla Zin Le song, be tough than that.
She has a really tough retinue of servants that surround her. There's like haughty spirits, gods, and nagas, and they're all really gruff.
Teri. Tati charan so ke namtharnan yaru separe. You guys reading the autobiography of Barway Dorje. This story they have this story. One of he is a young time. He went through there. They have one spring water. Chume is spring water. Spring water. He looking for they have treasure, but he is a teacher. That time he is a teacher as a little tough. He is always afraid teacher. He then teacher little tough teacher. Barway Dorje's teacher. He didn't got the treasures because he want to down the mamba ngal tilin dog zena gegi drama chola na then koran rotoka marila te pakya koran ti der yoga lima huson.
So when Barway Dorje was riding past this spring with one of his teachers, he saw that there was a terma within the spring, but the teacher was so tough or overbearing that he felt if he were to dismount his horse and go retrieve the terma, that his teacher would have said that's not okay, and it would have been inappropriate.
Retrieve terma kare.
Retrieve the terlin.
Oh yeah.
So he was unable to retrieve the terma. He was unable to reveal it because of that circumstance.
Then later he tried to out the treasures. Novet his teacher there, a top guy. He's more relaxing, and the local guard is a little upset, and they use same for thunder and lightning, like lots and fire, like that's its meaning. The science meaning, little too light. Before they coming for him, that time he need take out. But that time he not have a good opportunity because as next to the him, crazy teacher, he bet you, what are you doing? Go, yeah. Then the Tibetan teacher is a little hard sometimes. Always they making like, hey, you know. They didn't say, you good, you fine, you perfect, okay, good job. They didn't tell like this. Always you didn't do this, you're wrong. Always they do point like this. You good job. They say they didn't tell you good job. Okay, you will see tomorrow. It's okay, go rest. But they didn't say you're good job. No. Yeah, that's a little trouble, but he's a little nervous. And then later he found it that the Topgyal, the blue book of these stories. I think you guys will read again. And get me make a mark of Lama. This is you says the story, right? Say yes. Then Nawon gave me lyric poem ko mambu kor, Tamjin Gorope Makadu tes, Nawon gave me say ado Kadute, Hanja Tamsen Yimbo Mandar when Chusen does on Mugan eat Sang Chun Kogolom Ju Samet and Doyon Jins and Navisumi, Dan Chawa Longzi, Barjin Dodon, the China Sangotino, Jitsem. Dag Pola Dabla Lamla, the season trying the children drawn do zoo, say at part the malot. Then a detail this now give me.
Now we'll read through up to where Lama stopped in the text, and then he'll go through the details. The Lord Heruka, surrounded by gods, Nagas, and misty lay disciples, surrounded by many Nagas, all of them attending Guru Padma, so as to never part from your previous healing oath, come here to accept these real and imagined cleansing offerings of all the inexhaustible enjoyments, pleasurable objects, sights, and medicinal remedies by fulfilling the wishes of longevity and prosperity. May all of you be cleansed, steadfast, and satisfied. Assist my male deities, war deities, and road deities. Steer me across dangers, foreign paths, and waters.
There what? Te patari. Te in the Namo Gimi Seriate, Luri as Gimi Opashika, Naga Opashika. Now give me tell Makarpo, Takarpo, Dongdar, almost like the Zajar Mukinda Woyori, and the Jackson drama. Corella then Naga snake is stabbing snake like his head like all the Vitomari Yori. The now give me say at
Dongma is a spear. Dongma? Dongma is spear? Dongma?
Torma?
Dongma?
You want to make it Torma? we do puja. Dongmar?
Dongmar.
Dong is spirit.
Lasa.
Dongdar is flag is spirit.
Oh, Lasa.
carbon. Tenders now give me or the Barway Dorje, 10 years as a place Barway Dorje, take your also place, especially Chojol University, Pay mountain, learn snake and go down with mountain riori. Then a country hints for a drop of yori. Goro Romboje does some home drums, but near zone. And Goro Romboje, then the Popa Cononioli, Popa and Goro Romboje, that was some Rangana. Hong 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 drum the Hong 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 song, the Dawson, the Hong drums in the Yori. Then Popa, they know you hints for Drabaja Yori, hints for Jagapoli. Soja Drabonani, Tata and Chojoling Bag, and Barway Dorje, Killa, Orava, Purpa Yorava, Spekel, Nipchink Purpa, Barway Dorje, Tata Yoa, Deep Purpa, the Tiniti Langri. Then Barway Dorje, Tata Guru Dorje Trolu get 10 net. Now give me and Barway Dorje get their song. Hakoso?
Nabun Genyen Lu. That's Nabun Genyen is one deity that's very important. He resides in a mountain that looks like it has a snake head appearing from behind it. Nabun Genyen has 7 nagas coming up from behind his head. He has a spear with a white flag.
He is also white color.
And he's a white color.
Also white color.
He's white color as well.
So that there is Hokanda, blue white.
This mountain is a really important place for both the Topgyal Lingpa and the Barway Dorje. It has one accomplishment cave of Yeshe Topgyal, as well as one accomplishment cave of Guru Rinpoche at the peak. The Hong 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 Guru Rinpoche drops on.
Hong drops, that's some Hong drums in the Yoso. That was some Hong 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 Hong
Guru Rinpoche did 3 months of repeating the Hong 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 mantra. So for 3 months he stayed at the peak of this mountain in the cave, repeating Hong. Also, at the bottom of this mountain is the place where the Dorje Cholo Terma cycle of Barway Dorje was extracted.
Bottom,
not at the bottom of the mountain.
Mountain Korang, Mus 13, Mus Pat, and Dendo Mugmal Tilan.
The mountain itself,
the god,
the mountain god
giving to him.
Nabun Genyen, the mountain god, delivered the terma of Dorje Cholo, like one person handing it to another, the Barway Dorje terma of Dorje Cholo.
Then he can Sojag Droponan, then Goro Rinpoche, Tata, Nipchi Sanji, Tata, Chojol Nembag, Nipchi Sanji, he could purport the deal along the Barway Dorje, the Tisa, in Sojag Dropotan.
Topgyal means terma. This within Yeshe Topgyal's accomplishment cave is the one very important famous kila that we have now called the blood drinker that Topgyal Lingpa extracted from Yeshe Topgyal's accomplishment cave and gave to Barway Dorje.
There's
many accomplishment caves on this mountain. One of Guru Rinpoche's disciples, Namkha Nyingpo, essence of the sky, also has an accomplishment cave there, practice cave.
Oh, that is. Teso Chama Tamjin Guru Kaduri, Tati Yabda Yonzo, Tambo Guru Kata Tamse Ya Yori, Jin Barway Dorje Kata Tamse Ya Yori, then the Tata Solangazo Sor, Chu Tu Devena, the Sogangazo, the Tata Huyaling Mudup so, sort Zorko, the Gundu Gungudu Karagoati, sort Zorko, that then is some tango.
All of these local deities were originally placed under Guru Rinpoche's samaya and command, and later again under Barway Dorje's samaya and command. So if we make offerings to them, then they will accomplish the enlightened activity entrusted to them. So we can recollect that.
then the mangate cheson yinkin ha kosari ta den ki jago samari di dodon hya di korte ha kosarwa.
The remainder of the text, I don't think I have to explain much, as you will probably understand all of it just by reading the English.
Then that din something dona dra kun jinzi merci song norje per jon kaze semi per song donas you stay drona dogni karwa you going to their help you dina dra ta komake ta jinzi ta de ke no pa ta norte per ya ta kaze do ko kare gona khol yong ke tin ke ngudop zor hyo zon ta de
If I stay, protect me from foes, thieves, predators, and spies. Expand and guard my wealth, and may food increase endlessly. So this is asking that if they are residing in one place, staying in one place, may they be protected, and if they're going, may they have whatever resources they need, and may everything, all of their other resources be protected and safe.
Dogo lomju khokjen dawar de nedong ke dogo lomju khokjen dawar zu nedong ke ye chesu pamjor per nawa wandu de khen serje no dragon jinzin songje no ba dro kesan yigen de dong ro zu zo ta te ke dodong hware tan de pe ton so so la gang de ba ta yan chu pam bar cha koran so kare gugu longju kare gugu longju de koran so kare de ko yo pe longju de doa ge zhe de zhu ne sang dang de sang ge doa ge zhe de ni zhu ne de koran so no go le so so lo longju gang go so so la gang do ba de doa ge zhe de ni ko se ba me ba amber bar cha de ni tan do dong de nga le gu ba gen do dong ge de ma tan de hyo go ro.
May all necessities and resources abound by the power of this smoke. May all sickness and negativity be quelled. May my merit and wealth increase. May all phenomena come under my control and be pacified by my splendor. May I be protected from all enemies and beasts, and may all harm be dispelled. May whatever I wish come true. Please support this. When we offer the song, the cleansing smoke offering, we imagine that from this smoke that is emanated whatever these local deities, whatever they could possibly want or need in any possible fashion. And we imagine that it's emanated from the smoke in an infinite, never-ending way, so that through the power of this offering, they always have whatever they need and want. And then through offering all of this, in return, we ask that they bestow upon us whatever we could need or want, whatever resources we need or want.
Village, Tibetan Raptor monasteries, local deities, and also Manche Gudete invitations in and also Chuban Barway. Yanaya, the Koryogan also Gatata, Dusak and Koryoga local deity Kan Yopatamjila, Tomongan Arang, Semnan Magne, Ripak, Turn, Semna Magne, Karek Gupatia, Burne, Dodoma Hyogo.
These offering supplications are mostly for all of the local deities of the Nangchen area, the Rocktroll Monastery area. But through these verses, we can also imagine that whatever specific local deities we have here, that they receive whatever they need and whatever they can make use of, whatever they want. So we imagine that with these verses, we imagine that all the local deities here are also getting exactly what they need and want.
very easy to your undertaking to these local deities and offering to easy. I think so that and the Tibetan of the monastery area local deities, we don't know there how much difficult and visas, passport is, and how do we need ask for the lawyers as a little hard. Maybe we think about. We will check first and how we will find the visa and welcome to the, we send it to the invitation to they are really important to come. We want to come here, then we need everything send it to them, right? And their government. Yeah, they're ready for there, and then snap, and we also bank letters, everything. It's no problem. We have lots of offering here. Many years we will take care of them. So they are really fast. You just think about their moment to come here. I think the visa is easy. So spiritually, we need to think about our mind is think about a change to offering to here this area local deities. Very important to think about what kind you have. We don't need to know their color, their horse, their family, but whatever you have and the local deities, local Nagas and male and female come to here to my son place. I do whatever you want. I do party for you, offering for you good. Yeah, that's best, right? That's best. You will think about and your mind and useful, right? Yeah.
Did it?
Oh, okay. Then that thing and later then. Rona Jike Raneke, Lana or Sar Yanks Tem, Saran Jana Loka Butangita Sayateke. Then later you are everything you offering or finished, you need really burning the wood and juniper trees, everything you completely make ash.
Everything needs to be completely consumed by the fire, burned very well, so that it's all just ashes remaining.
Yeah, that's otherwise in the Tibet, the local deities seeing people, seeing through them. They take care for the wood, stick, everything used for their horse, donkeys, and the deers. It's a lot of working, a lot of hard. Everything you burning, make nice, peaceful, they easy, make it easy for them. Their thoughts are almost like ours, but they are a little more power than ours because they know our body. Just Koran yilum to Omar. I saw the Zentro Koran Kiri. Koran is a Tomogum door. Sa Topgyal Mari. Sa Koran is a Toko. The Sa Nazok Yamli Zohan, the Koran of Chu Yamli Zohor. Karsokla, then a Chula. Dongro sin the Lati, Rema, and the Yamnis in Tartok Korans of Satom, Sangye God Kasa.
The deities that are, the local deities that are practicing, that are on the side of helping the Dharma, they're also practicing the Dharma and will, achieve the levels and can achieve Buddhahood. But compared to us, they have a little more power and ability because they only have mental bodies. They don't have a physical, like bodies with our physical limitations.
Tenin Tarne, that is a Kazan Kyoza and Chuban Bertadu, Tenin Rona Gihirane, Hik, Lana was in September, Rombo na pe, Jipo, Gapo, Jiporin, Te Rana, Dunela Pa, Parchi Mili. Lamgani said you go back to your place. Please, Lamne, Paran Pahik, Flat Nawatamji, or Sargaying the Patamne, they don't on the Yambar Yogo.
Here there's one.
你今日在的怕我啥个样的怕他们的，第二是怕东北你的讲着高的，天天已经吃过嘛。
Here there's one. The first line might not be translated, so it would be something. If you wanted to write it in, it would be something like, "The guests depart happily." Then the next line is, "The appearance of the deity dissolves into luminous space." So when you say the guests depart happily, you imagine that they all go completely delighted back to their own place without any obstacle or obstruction, that they have a safe trip and are delighted. And then the visualization of the deity dissolves into the expanse of clear light and you meditate in emptiness. After this, there's the dedication and aspirations and the declaration of auspiciousness. The aspiration and declaration of auspiciousness is, may all our wishes and those of our patrons be effortlessly and spontaneously fulfilled. May all the animate and inanimate shine with the evidence of glorious, auspicious goodness.
And then the Tinjola ta Sankir Gyale, the Tata Parton, the Dongomodo, Tengagate Yanja long man donkeyan. Some long and regularly down Makakela, Yanja long return the Yapondo, some niggas, some king yori, then the Simji Reva Gonzi, but some under Patraki, the Simji Reva Gongoro.
At the end of this prayer, we can recite the aspiration for the flourishing of the Barway Dorje's Dharma, as we always do, so I don't need to explain that. As the Lung is completed, as Lama is teaching the text, there's not the necessity for reading transmission again, but since some people might want the reading transmission given specifically, then I will try, Lama said, I will try to have the auspiciousness of fulfilling people's wishes.
Make it happy, right? Making people happy. Yeah, it's good, right? Yeah, always. Doesn't matter for me, right? Smart. This is faster. Only a few pages. 早上有来上就那么比嘛个来演的，早上有来上就都是来啥玩意儿？世界上就说有人找不来谁，那么个就是个当然，个个个就是个临上人个就个那么人家那么这别的人个不你个啥样子样子，你一边就样别个这东西你不这边接到这到这。 得那大爷也没能做这都个别的那个这东西那种我们那边今年到人个我这我们这边这洪水，咱就也特别也个那这东上面这边做这公安个啥的这做叫到这就这都叫做这做这个这民安你这就跟你个我们这个是到咱们也到已经看着咱们经常给错。 空着把我把毛的你这一个来张个毛包觉得俺做把电脑毛觉得不能够嘛那早就你们都这件俺做做就不能够的见过了把这电脑的怎么能够另外老头做没做个了把那啥个的你咋也到做到做的别能得到的这边大概就别能得做给他别别怎么做没怎么做红红上去都要俺的对一个人看着去叫他。 我到时候这边做这个南北的街道，大概多年了，这这边的这包毛那街道，这到这我都没做，到这没到这个一个这门没这这到多少种这个这，已经没到这边对这到这这要弄就一个来咱这点个南北到这这来这街，咱们就到讲过了，就把咱这边找咱边了这这个到街道这。 要讲进步到这目前呢，东东个见到大家那个大个的不了解，这都是个做这些个做就不得了，这这嘛不了解这些要那做都这么搞的。大概用我弄有地方见俺的这的到这人这嘛这把我弄这把那我都把那把那把做那把啥把三那这这个你啥那个。 Carbolo, Yalogazo, the Mabotangaja, Ramara Bojo, Tayo, Zoja, Bojo, Lano, Yaro, the Mazon, Jimara, Jamaja, Mimonzi, Taylor, Sanjago, Bajila, the Jago, no, again, Ramo, Chibarangura, Pimega, the Jamarai, Chusendra, Zonga, Yayi, Dorje, and Yoko, Zimin, Doyon, and Navis, Meda, Javana, China, Sango, Dino, Jin, the Gavala, the Zizon, the Jada, Dona, Dago, Jin, the Meredith, no Jebra, Dogo, Jojan, the Doga, get it, the Panja, the Doga, Jin, on you, the Bado, the Dona, Jigga, the Laws, the Zaba, the Gates, the Union, get about the chief. About some day jumps also, the other good about the young barber to Jipera, chicken, Tonda, the Barjo, Jazz, and so. Okay, now we have completely, so we have almost 1 hour left over. Anyone have any questions? And yeah, I will do my best. Okay, and off one. And you need, I think, microphone, and somebody giving to you. Oh yeah. Oh, good.
Thank you, Lama, for a really amazing teaching.
You're very welcome. Thank you very much.
I have many questions, but I will abbreviate to 3 short questions.
I know.
My first question is belief a prerequisite of the blessing of the cleansing and blessing? Many different practices in Vajrayana the belief is essential, whereas in Amitabha is not. So that's the first question.
The Tambo the Sangchila Tomar Inji Minji Yiche Gokendoke the Sanga Nyamne Mambola Gomala Yiche Gokendo the Zenla Top Gona Jachaja Yiche Gokendoke Young Mena Zenla Young Shogere Togbayuna.
Yichi the Jaja Gohando, 100% need to believe, but you know how believe is know how much your blessing, you got the blessing. Yichi means Salam Yotukamari. Yichi Katsi, you know, Salam Savalek and Rokurwa. Then the Jitin, Chut and Jitin Nikali, Yichi, and Yapon Rokuri. Then the Yichi, the Yenjamin Gohando, they pay Kichimbo.
Confidence or belief is really essential, not just in Dharma, but in the world as well. If we want to accomplish something, then we need to have confidence and belief in that, in what we want to do. So definitely 100% confidence will lead to the activity being accomplished and the blessings truly entering.
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I wasn't very clear. I have a neighbor who's experienced various different obstacles, and I was thinking that I would possibly do this and help her, but she's not Buddhist. I understand, I 100% believe, and I would very much like to do it with the proper motivation, but I am not qualified and don't think it's appropriate for me to explain to her this whole notion of Sang. So would it be of benefit to my neighbor if I were to do that in her surroundings?
Hello,
The Tanya Bola Merchik, the Robot inside the Morana Namba Maris, young Morang Joshe Shegona Choksam Mare, then the Moran Sir Tangna Morana Pengrebe, the Morangla Barche Gashe Yusare, then teacher the Sang Tangna Pengrebe, Morana Pengrebe.
The Joranga teach the she in the Pinkamari, Moranga Yonkamari, Manyon the Pinkamari Yon. The Joranga Monam Yabo, Jam good motivation with the Sertana, Pingibachi, Chuk Pinkri.
So
the Choranga Yichika top there, Chuk top me take Pinkri.
if you explain it to her, that won't be of benefit. She won't be able to hear it. It won't help her. But if you do the song or sur practice with your confidence and belief, then by the power of your belief and the power of the Dharma, it will definitely benefit her.
Thank you. The second question is, yesterday we spent a lot of time talking about the 6 classes of beings and karmic creditors and debtors in Sur, but there was no mention of it today in Sang. Why is that?
Right dog caress.
The Kasang Natso Rikdruk Tang Get Lincha Get Drumbo Keta Mambo Shebayan. Tere Nanso Dendre Keta Mambo Shemason the Kepar Karede.
Surte la giri lincha ta pardo la semji tamji hyokchia samnotang ngok yori surte. Teni di sang kapso taso kongsu toba sang yeba te kapso la yori te taso yang sang kapso loko diti te tang zandong wene so hi yori ten giri lincha gnu pa hyokchia te la
The guests are all included in both practices, but for the Sur practice, it said that the Sur is especially beneficial and efficacious for bardo beings and for obstructors and harmful beings, whereas Song is emphasized more for local deities.
Thank you. My third and last question is it possible for us, even in very, very limited circumstance, to do the Sang and Sur Puja at KPL, as well as for us to learn how to do the prep for Sang and Sur? Thank you.
Ngatso Maombala Ngatso Kunzang Palchen Ling la Sur Chabjik Lobjong Se Topgyal.
Circle of John said to circle of John as a train zone.
The Ze Korla, Ze Kortang, the Chakchen Korla, the Nganso, the
Sir, makes sense. They say Tokere, they lay Lowry and Mount Balangaso, say Mount Balangaso, Serge Row, the make notes and Ravazuna, recording also certain John and Devon, them the college, Sir Tanki already, and
yeah, it's possible that we could do that in the future. We might be able to make notes like a recipe and distribute that to people, or. But this weekend we've studied pretty thoroughly as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone? Oh yeah.
It's a very complicated question, so I need
Okay,
you to needs to be translated perfectly.
I will do my smart.
No, it's
Here's for my wisdom.
you need lots of. No, I'm just
I
kidding,
need
yeah.
lots of. I cannot use lots of. I use for my stupid wisdom.
So the beginning of today's teaching was in the Tibetan Topgyal, and then later it's Topgyal. So za and da are same thing, different thing.
You say za da. What?
There's da.
Yeah, are you using Tibet or using
In Tibet? No,
Spanish
Tibet.
or using
No.
French or you using what?
¿Qué pasó?
Okay.
No, it's it says Yilkong Chempo Topgyal.
Dajar Mukhe.
Topgyal Mokche.
Yeah, that is that one.
And then there's Topgyal later.
Later Zajar.
Later, Chenpar Topgyal. Yum. It's the same
This
thing.
Dajar
Same.
Mukhe is considered. He is considered.
Oh,
Talking about his concert, I think he.
yeah, but they seem to spell it differently.
So
Spelling is same, but
It's same
spelling-
thing, though.
I think the Tibetan is
it's page
spelling.
5, right?
Yeah. So page
Yeah.
4.
The Tibetan,
Topgyal Moksha.
the spelling, many spelling is wrong. I saw this. So.
Oh,
yeah.
so it's a bad spelling.
Yeah, that's
Which
same,
one's bad?
Same, yeah. That's the same. I say, okay, you make a correct Tibet, okay.
The
You're talking about Dajar,
It's
Dajar.
it's
The spelling theory.
It's za.
Chepar zajar yamche zajar te dajar te ne the zajar bo yon romoke dajar yon romoke that call both they're calling for his name, but as spelling is both they using.
Oh, both okay.
Both they using
Both
both
okay.
okay.
Two names for the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
guy.
See, I told you I need great. That's how.
Za da se.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Lama, I was wondering, are the obstructor spirits mentioned in the song practice similar to the spirits that you were talking about today in Sur, or is that different?
Sur was yesterday.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Song was
Song.
today.
Okay.
But are the obstructor spirits the same
In the other practice?
in both
mentioned?
practices?
Yes.
In yesterday's practice and today's
And
practice?
today, yeah, sorry.
The Gektang, Lin, Cha, Gidrun, Chikparibe, Sur, Tang, Song.
Gary Lin Chan don't you
Yes, they're the
the
same.
mixer korang is some no tong dang the chepar sha sare shokchia sorga ka so tang ko be Gary Lin Chan chipwa.
They're the same exact guests in both practices when we talk about that fourth guest of the obstructors and karmic creditors. However, the emphasis is a little different. When the Sur is practiced, it's really emphasized to be beneficial towards those obstructors and karmic creditors, but the guests are the same.
Thank you. And one more question about the 108 medicinal herbs, substances. So we're going to use the same substances for both practices?
Sang Tang Sur
Sang
Dechen.
tang la sang je ja sa go re sir tang ya la sir je kha la sir je nang ge go re de sang je ja sa go ma sir je na na zo de nyong ru de se ya da rin chi da dar zap de go re de sang je ja sa de go ma re sang je ja sa de medicine herb for cleaning thing sir de smell thing ya food right thing you kha.
The recipes for the Sur substance and the Sang are different. The cleansing smoke offering, the Sang substance, uses the 108 medicinal herbs and so forth because the cleansing factor is emphasized. The Sur, the key ingredient, is the liberation through smelling or taste substance. And that's more of a food-based offering substance.
Yes, I noticed we have the recipe in the beginning of the puja, but is there a specific recipe that we could get for that? Because it says like 3 whites. I'm curious, what are the 3 whites? What are the 3 sweets? Fragrant powders? I mean, how do we mix all that together?
The zemune so gonang so notes rapo top gerebe the tak kare nyamdu kokendo.
Tate ze zugali ngara na yu te ke se na chokari te ni ze ke not ko na ze tak ta zol not nge zo thop kari te ze charan so thop thobi le thobi kan ro mi ke ze le ga nga la yu te ni ze cha charan so ge ze cha na sin na make sense ga na te ni right sare te go mari make sense it's not as le la wo.
Yeah, it'll be easy to make some notes for you all, and Lama has like a mother substance for each of those, and so if you establish the base that's needed for each of the practices, then Lama can distribute a little bit of his Sur mother substance or Sang mother substance into each of those, and then that would be enough. Otherwise, he's not sure where else, how else you would be able to get it. But so that's possible, no problem. The Trachte nangla the chik namze bangzo the tsongerebe the mechela chwa tangbayen the suje tang sangze nika chokere lagendo the ze khandre the chokere be
Ti choko jiri cho na je choko jiri sangze da sirje ni da 제발 쳐 말했대 상제 서제니까 초디 양 졸리 록처던데 록처 망보 여러 레네지 망보데 대 초코 저랬던다 나세 방주리 이긴다 네 상서게 제때 토코리데 terkanramra orwa tende te chokore yende.
So there was one question that came in online too. Somebody had found a bag of substance that said it was appropriate for Surze and Sangze, Sur and Sang substance. And that's completely fine to use that as well. There's many traditions of preparing Sur and Sang substances, so it's no problem to use those various kinds as well.
This sangsar nikala karsam arsam ti chasa gohole ta so si gyaw na sangsar nikade sangze de sa je cha mangkari serje de nyongkari te the sangze ta serje ni chala le gyale ke sangsar nika kochu we gyale use bare te karisinan record.
With the Sur offering substances, there's a few less requirements for the essential ingredients. For the Sang offering substance, there's more essential ingredients, but it would be possible to prepare a mix that is appropriate for both. Whatever you use should be fine.
Thank you.
Oh, you are welcome.
Thank you, Lama. Thank you for the teaching. Thank you, Davis. Thank you for the translation.
You are welcome.
At the end of Sur on page 5, where it says Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Prati Suru Pu Pa Yi Soha, is that recited 100 times, the entire thing?
This is Om Mani Padme Hum on Arad Sarapapa Sohate 100 and Tona Terid Matona Sadres ton, Sumres Dres ton record.
Yes, 100 is fine, or 7 is okay as well. 7 times.
7 or 3 or yeah.
7 or 3.
And you say the whole thing?
Yes.
Yeah, depends on your time. No have a specific. Depends on your samadhi,
Depends on...
your meditation.
How many you want to say?
There we go. Okay. All right. There was also a reference to the tincha that gives Bardo beings great pleasure, and I was wondering what that is.
Nicole's selling them in the bookstore.
You saw one?
The tingsha karela.
Oh, they're symbols.
Think yeah, small symbol.
Okay.
Ding.
Okay. And another question is, how are Sur and Che different? If you wanted to just do Che, would you be doing pretty much the same thing? Would you be accomplishing the same thing as Sur and Sang? If you did Che.
It's big different.
Big difference?
Oh yeah, it's a really big difference. The large sky and the ground. You the sun you can check out the last one. You the Pumbo Zubon the Jabaton call it. Ze Kankan Omari. No have any substance as you practice. You only substance giving chopping your bodies, make it delicious, make everything nicely, the offerings, making change, put on your skull, kapala here, there, making fire, making really delicious sauce, make it delicious, never finish it. You cook again, and again, is cook again, the smells of making lots, and chop and everything is put, and that's delicious for the like kareroti, the Korea Chinese hot pot or yeah hot pot bowl, make a nice fire and make it delicious.
So you're visualizing.
Oh yeah.
But for Sur and Sang, you really have.
Sur Sang, you really put
You
it
really
there.
have.
And also
All right.
visualization.
And you're visualizing.
That's it. You don't have anything. You put everything used for your body. make it delicious, everything. First, you cut this, put in there, and then you take out everything, put it there, and then chopping, or chopping, again.
So what I'm asking is, which is better? It sounds like you're making it sound like Sir and Sung are better.
Huh?
No. The yakshi karede certain sang yaga doge kanyasana.
All good. All good. Dharma, all good. Sounds so all good.
Okay, no better, all good.
No bad things, anything there. Yeah, all good.
Okay, one
That's
more
for
question.
generosity.
One more question. There was a reference to golden beverage and tea, or is the golden beverage tea?
You really need God potter for a person that they are giving to them.
Can it be kombucha?
Kombucha says God or
Yes.
oh, really? It's kombucha, I thought it's mushroom. Made for a mushroom.
Because there's golden tea.
Oh, it's golden tea?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay? All right.
Yeah, no, we say sentient mean we are real God potter we made because we have and we in Tibet your God piece like this put in the mirror between. Then always you have this one the meter and the meter, right? Mm-hmm. The coming inside your the tikka mahakala tikka bala. It's always used like this small tiny things come in then offer. You're not a real God. You're not difficult to find a real God, but you just said a little tiny God potter. That is meaning said Jim. Jim is drink. Said is God. Kombucha, or you will use kombucha, is fine. You will make your Samadhi kombucha change to God. I think so. That's good. Naropa, he did this. The first, and he asked always Marpa Loza, give me God first, then I give it to empowerment. Now, Marpa Loza, anytime is taking lots of God and holding God to the offering for him. Last is Marpa Loza's offering for God. I don't need your God. Everything is God. Look, he used for the earth. He take out. Look, this is all God. Throughout, I don't need a God now. Like this, if you have good samadhi, everything is changing God. It's no problem, right?
If you have samadhi, it's fine that you could transform everything into gold, all phenomena into gold.
Kombucha is nice for offering. I think so these local deities like kombucha, this kombucha, like kombucha. That's right, true, and Lama Nima likes.
So I know people here still have questions, but I'm just gonna ask like 2 or 3 from online and
sure.
other people. But before I do that, I should announce that we have, for the people online, we have the text available for purchase. So you can just email info@kunzang.org. Okay, so is it possible to have only helpers and no obstructors? Like for a person to only have helpers and no obstructors?
The Mechela Ropa second Chikpu Tang Nutse second Shidra Yomare de Siparebe the Meche Yena then Ha Tang Dun Get Tamche Ropa second Yenang Kayan Nuba Segem Mare de Siparebe.
That's about it. This is PBS. He Koranke Gevele Yabo Matsama la Pinkona ta Nusi Choni Maziva Tendriki May and Yawalin do Sutjekatela Nusi Se Kamari Tsama Korana sambo se ne yabo se kare maka de kare se na Quran previous life he made he didn't bother for anyone helping the leg.
It actually definitely is possible. It's possible that this could occur to someone who in previous lives never harmed anybody and always helped everybody. For that type of person, it's definitely possible that every being connected to them would be helpful and not harmful as a result of that previous karmic connection.
And then from Norjan Lama, could Lama again demonstrate the mudras used for song and Sir liturgies?
Mundra version Namasarvatana and the bio theatre.
Yes, sir.
The sky, which mantra?
For the song answer.
Sakya kare gona dun Topgyal.
Ta Kazan Surna, Sang Japa and Hado Sadok Saja Yori, the Sang Duvatila, Saja Vinice Yomari, and the Surla Kazan Namasarvatana Bayote, Namasarvata, Angada Bayom Bikom Kebe, Zorada, Gavunga de Zawar, and Mangagana, Kamzo Vateri. Then in Namasarvata, Tangada, Avaloga de Sambara Wong.
So the first. So there's not specific mudras in the song, in the short song. In a longer song, there's mudras, not in the short song. In the Sur, there's the sky treasury mudra, which Lama demonstrated with the mantra first, and then there's the generosity. And the second mudra that Lama demonstrated is used with the to dedicate at the end with that the other mantra. For both are Sir. That's it.
Then one more. Just so Baba Chuni, I know you're thinking about this. There's Chuni Tombas Haja Zalom Soba, Shoda, Saradame, Soba, Shoda Hans. Tell the Chuni Tombas Hajat.
That's the that is the mudra for the mantra. Before that, is the emptiness or Dharmata mudra. That's just demonstrated. So there's the first one is the emptiness mudra, which Lama just did. Then is the sky treasury mudra, and then the other one.
Then the Kambar Mahada Namasavati, the Kambar Mahak Sajarwa. Namasavata Avalogan Sambara Kambarma Mahak Sajar. Not the Kambarma. Yada color members are the fire and the mouth. Kambarma.
Oh, offering to the mouth.
Yada Kambarma. Yada Saria, the color member, Sejik Kopan and Roger Komar, color member, Sejata Single. They made the color Kopan and say young Topag, Yawak Chita, Yada Kambarman, Namazwa. For the heart, the Sanabjan, the Korans or the say Rakari.
The last mantra that Lama demonstrated is the mantra that's specifically helpful for hungry spirits and ghosts to be able to imbibe the offerings. Their mouths are usually on fire, and so when they try to imbibe offering substances, they're unable to receive it. But by the power of that mudra, with the mantra, it pacifies that suffering so that they're able to receive the offering.
Yada in the hungry ghost, or like the fire, the stomach is fire, and the mouth have lost fire, and somebody is giving food for their, and that you know how much the love and compassion, the mantras, the Samadhi don't have much power. They found the food, but this fires burning, they didn't they cannot benefit for their stomach. If come into the stomach have inside all fire is burning, it's really suffering. Yeah, that's it.
Do
Do you understand, right?
Yeah.
You know, see how God's traveling. That's you use the offering and the generosity use this mantra as a helping for the fire is peaceful, and they found it like food for their stomach as more benefit for them. Okay.
Hi, Lama. So the Sor and the Song and the Chod are part of the 4 generosity practices. And so what is the 4th generosity practice? Because in the Chod commentary, it says that it's a water offering, and then yesterday you said it was a Torma practice.
Torma is water offering.
Oh, it's the same thing.
Torma is water offering, same name.
Okay.
They say water torma sometimes.
Yeah, water torma, water offering. We Tibet use torma tang. Torma tang is a water offering. Thank you.
Okay, this is a really just silly question, but it's on page 5 of what we covered today, and it is after the beautiful Fire Lady section, and it says the misty lay disciples. Why are they misty? I don't know why. I'm curious to know this, but I am. It's quite specific. Misty. I'm
Misty?
just curious. Yeah, is that like they're out
Master Finu Zadu?
Are they out of focus? Is like are they kind of wet? Like what's going on with the misty?
Good question. I'm just trying to find where the Tibetan correlates to the English there.
Right. Because it implies kind of a vague or wet. Huh? They're like clouds maybe, so there's like a fog element to them, because the lay disciples, I mean, as a lay disciple, I'm especially curious. This is
Ladies speculate.
misty. Does it mean that the lay disciples are surrounded by many nagas, but they themselves, the lay disciples, are misty, which is like fog.
Which page? Which line?
Page 5, on the
Page
very
5,
last line,
the
it
sun
says
or sir?
today, from
Oh,
today.
I think so. That's you're talking about.
Oh, hold on.
this,
So it's na. No,
yeah,
hold on.
Naga and Naga. This piece for the Zajar Mukhi is Yomri.
Yeah, but it's the adjective.
The 5 page. Chepar Zajar Yomri Chumeknes. That there in the.
Engine on the misty.
Now give me.
The
Now give me Lorek Mambuko. That's a now give me, and he is around or Nagas. He is a Naga.
Okay, sorry.
You are talking about misty lay.
Misty lay.
Yeah, misty lay.
Disciples. Misty lay disciples.
Surrounded by many Nagas, all of them, right?
Right.
There.
Nabong Genyang
Misty.
Now give me is his name. Surround or Nagas, he is Nagas king of Naga. Now give me the surround Nagas, he is around as lots of Nagas. This mountain have and the Zachi River, the America says the Mekong River. The Zachi River is and sometimes it's the like a little inland, the mountain.
Right.
There's
It
around
has a
all
moat
Nagas,
around
yeah.
it, like a castle.
Lots
Has
of
a
Nagas.
moat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lots of Nagas.
And then the mist is coming from here.
Yeah, I have all. I have all these photos, but maybe future I'll make a movie. Then I will use for this and this was maybe. Yeah.
Do and one
This
little.
is yeah.
oh,
This
sorry.
is all Nagas.
Okay, but it just said Misty Lay disciples. So
Yeah.
and then as far as fragrances are concerned, can you like if you're burning your own fragrances, like it could be frankincense or you have a candle, if you have the intention to make this offering to some of the some of the folks that were suffering in Bardo in the intermediate state that are kind of like messing with us when we're cooking and or whatever, like those people, those spirits. Is it like if I'm spraying my own like rose and I'm thinking about them and I can just say I offer this to you? Is that
Drama simple picture tang na pena de na birabo ta marme drama simple yona dendre charging dendre ngowa tang to kerebe.
The Koranga Soga Marme can chupa yore, incense can chupa yore, Platam Jela, the Trayam Puchin chupa tang, Marme, Nangsar Marmin chupa, they also in Chupan Barkoro, they in the Tundru and the Yan Chupamber, they gave it Sawa, the Simji Tamjila Hone, the Neko Nelogatawa on the journey, was a Zoba Chimbo, the Saja Chimbo Tawa on the journey, Sanje Pachuti, and Monam Jan and the court.
So we're always burning these candles and incense and perfumes, and so we want to offer these up to the three roots and the three jewels and all of those deities, and then through that blessing we pray that all of the difficulties of all the other sentient beings are pacified.
That's we talked as my perfect, the word of my perfect teacher. That's, I think so maybe. That's any kind you like, anything you like, flower, anything cloth, you offering to deities. So that's a really best offering. To talk
I was just specifically referring to the ones we were talking about yesterday in the intermediate state that were like needing us, like unfulfilled karma that we may like have had with them. Do you remember that, Davis?
Mixa de denje me barna dene bardo sentient tang len chat junla kransola ngoa tang to kerebe.
Tang to gure te nga so ga marme molam de ja ko ra pardo simji pardo manag lang drome zawani ne mele pardo manag lang mambo konsola nawa khar ko le tesola pardo te so ga pe sarpo sipo yone teni pardo simji tamje te la tin pardo ngo hin sangje par khoje zone nga so marme molam lamp of lamp sprechen don ko te ki paro
Lasa te che pare dene yang de de nimarere de dendre de lenta la directly ngoa tang to kerebe
tang to gure tang nyama ta pa la lin cha la nga so tang ko de nga so ke manas ta ke nyama ta pa kala kadusina kala lama left over the yadatam jita tatan jongbo da pardusim jitam jila hon ho jana namasawata naga awalo get zong ho ta ti kon molam jane tobe kho zone konsola ho molam ja ko nyama ta pa te ji jin choko ma nga zon da na me za de ji ji cho ma te kadu na left over tamji ho ya bo jana mane ta Oman be me namasawata naga awalo get sambar ho zong ho ti ya bo jane teni ho gi jina kora so soko.
It sounds like especially for those types of guests, it would be beneficial to dedicate things like leftovers, things like that. There's a specific usage where they often offer a butter lamp and make the aspiration that the sentient being, the bardo beings are able to recognize the bardo and so forth. And
Pardon manag to pardon manalings on the pay, see coming, manag to my board, the sort of pink or on Manajin hako you the dark place or the pardo dark place. That's all pink. Also dark house, turn out lamp, also pink. The good offering. Pardo managling or managling hako.
Ling.
Ling in a
Place.
Iceland. Island. Ling. Kunzang party. Ling. Ling. Park. No, what the Ling. Then the managling mambo. Pardo.
So there's many really dark places, parks or islands within the bardo, and so offering a light can be a benefit to them, like it would illuminate the dark house.
So a candle with fragrance would work, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Anyone?
You're very welcome. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Lama.
You're very welcome.
I just want a little clarification on the mudras. So I thought there were 3 in Sur. So one for emptiness, the emptiness mantra, and when Lama did it, it looked like the same, like the sky treasury for the Om Nama Sawa Tata got to look the same as for Om Sobawa, so I'm just a little confused.
The second one's a little longer.
But they're kind of the same.
Chunyi sagya tam namzu ge sagya kepa karere. Teni drabo re.
Chunyin khaji saja kare. Chunyin khaji saja rowa. Ne namkha zoji saja rowa.
Re.
Chunyi khare. Chunyi saji khaji saja ga tomba ni bujhe ko.
Re de sagya
Drama re.
sagya ge karere. Sagya ge kepa karere.
Chunyi tomba kha de la tharmo khokdong do tomba ni ji zobda ho.
So
They know.
this is for the emptiness.
Emptiness. Tada de la tharmo namasarwa danga da wala ga the tharmo de do norway. Norway. Dazu de tharmo khokdong.
So the first one is spacious, like the emptiness of the sky.
It's little tiny things make it the interdependence.
So the way you hold your hands.
is Norway saja is Jol saja. The Chinese ke munda Jol saja. Norway saja Jol hakor. Chuni tongba saja the tongba ni kan the ko tongba. Hakoso.
So the first one, what's being explained here is that the slight difference in how you hold your hands and the intention can change the interdependence completely. So it's a small difference in the mudra, but a big difference in the meaning. And so the first one, you hold your hands empty, like space for the first mudra, the Chunyi mudra. The second one, you hold your hands slightly together, like the Chenrezig jewel for the sky treasury mudra.
Okay. And for both, you still do the... Thank you.
Both like this, right?
Yeah.
No, both not like this. The namka zujang is this. Chunyi tongpa like this and little bit, but this is more little more. So both is a little bit.
Okay. Thank you. So just a couple technical questions, I guess. So for song, you do like a circle, like the golden drink, like tea and rice. Do you leave that?
Tea or good. Obviously, you offering for tea and any kind of wine or any kind of whiskey or any kind of those kind of and coffee things and different those kind is good for me.
And is it so? We had talked before about like for protectors you can leave.
And also sometimes milk because it's the nagas like milk. Okay. And you use like this. And some especially don't use for the meat things. Really, you be careful with the meat things because as nagas sometimes nagas really upset with the meats. And otherwise, it's all good.
So when you're done with song, do you take it out right away, or do you leave it like the circum?
The circum botap karere the 저번에 샴거나 양 yarpu거나 그때 책임 카레 부탑 카레.
The sang jeba tona yanja long through out zokro. Sang dupa tona chakango mar choran chobana hyang kon record the mikpachi. The certain tele certain mambo tune in chubambo chokodri. State some mambo jeba outside tangona, then you offer mambo chugro.
There's different ways depending on whether it's a elongated practice or a concise practice. With an elongated practice, you offer it again and again, the circum above the fire. If it's a short practice, it's fine to just place it on the shrine or table and offer it in that way.
Daily practice, you don't need it throughout, but you put in the shrine 1 cup and the circum cup. That's you think about offering you with your mind or Samadhi.
So you could use like the same circum for like protectors for this, or should there be a separate?
Same circum, the potatoes, or you have more different cup, you use what different cup is fine, but you know how and you use for the cup is fine. They make shared, no problem.
Okay, sure. Okay, well, one last one, I guess. Is it better to do these outside, or does it matter?
Outside,
like
inside.
Offering the smoke outside, because they
smoke outside. If this is a big fire, the smoke outside you're doing, and the smoke outside you're outside to make smoke. Sanze you through, certain you through, then you go through sadhana finish. Okay. Only one time.
Okay. Thank you, Lama.
Don't matter. Okay, what do you have? I saw you drink lots of water.
I know. I don't have to pee yet, but.
Okay.
You will after he's finished with you.
You're good.
I like hearing about the old stories about the lamas and gurus and rinpoches.
Lamas and Guru Rinpoche is a Lama Guru Rinpoche.
Well, that too.
Yeah.
But all the disciples around Barway Dorje, I'm curious, you mentioned Lok Rinpoche. I'm curious to hear more about his life.
The Lama Rinpoche, the mixer Barway Dorje ge kor ing sabo yore dene Lo Rinpoche ge Loju Shenta yorebe yang namta yorebe the Lo Rinpoche la ing yore.
Lo Rinpoche very famous in the Rinpoche Nanjing area. He's very famous. He have the biography also, but I didn't see. And he is really famous. Barway Dorje is Dharma Koran Songkan Trasamzo called Chudara.
He's one of the 3 main Dharma inheritors, or people who received termas of and took care of termas of Barway Dorje. Kong Kanrado.
I don't know. He's fine. You need one to go visit, to go to Tibet. He's there. There's a young, handsome man now. But it's a rebirth. But all the previous Barway Dorje dreams, old man is all gone. Now it's a young man is come back. Yeah, there. Yeah, that's handsome. I want to go visit it. Oh, yeah, sure.
So I just wrote down my questions. So the Nyen Mama de Toirang, do they apply in the song, like such spirits like that, or they're not included?
Are those words from the Sur liturgy? The Nyen?
No, I've read them elsewhere.
Yeah.
And like
I thought so.
prior, and I was just wondering. And
you use what language you use this?
Oh yeah, I'm butchering the I don't know how to pronounce it, but they're like Teorong.
Cherang, 그래서 대워 연배.
And
this means this. How are you doing?
it's like little blue people, and they have like one leg, and they're mischievous. And then,
Teheran.
Tiran is good with helping for the this game for the.
They're really helpful with gambling. The Teheran.
Yeah. If you want to practice, I know how to do this. So you put in something in the things, and you make it making good mantras. Then you take it inside here. Then you go to and the games. Casino. Found a lot. I went there in the casino. I found it $25.
Yeah, we went to Vegas. Lama did well.
But I didn't use this kind. I didn't. Tirang.
So does the sangdang so semten rik den pengereve? Yeah, those types of beings are all included in these practices. These practices are the specific way to benefit those classes of beings. Yesterday we talked about Jongpo or elementals. Those are included within the Teheran. Teheran are included within.
And also the Vajra Sadhu with Dharmapala Vajra Sadhu practice. He's around, have lots this kind. He likes this as for his serving. Yeah, he's black Garva, black master Garva, black Garva
Blacksmith.
Blacksmith. That's good for them. Coming and giving to him hammers, everything. Sometimes big mistake. Okay. This is oh yeah, time's ready.
Could I ask like one more question?
Okay, I do my best.
Okay, and
I have good patient today, no problem.
Thank you.
So, yeah.
So is Topgyal Mokshe Magyar Pomra?
Dajar Mokshe, Magyar Pomra different. Yeah.
Okay.
Dajar Mokshe is Magyar Pomra is different and further than the Nangchi. There's a different mountain.
Okay.
Yeah.
My final question is, when you mentioned the deities, where's the fifth one? You mentioned on the right shoulder the father,
mothers, uncles,
and then what was
Jesus, your birth, souls, and your grand.
The fifth one was the Kela, one of your birthplace, the deity of your birthplace.
Okay.
We don't know.
Good.
I'm good. I'm not.
Good. Thank you very much. Good. I think so. I hope to your visit and Rinpoche. Okay. Good devotion, but that's good. You're good. Kamalesh merit. He's good famous teacher. He's many life a good famous teacher. And a good bodhisattvas. We speak of the bodhisattvas. Love and compassion. Humble, going, keeping, use for tent, stay and live in tent. He never sleep. Stay in the day 24 hours like the on question. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, everyone. Now we do dedication, and we do dedication 2 days. We did and listening and teaching the Dharma to benefit all beings, free from suffering, to Buddhahood. O sonam de tamje zebani tomne nyebe rana bamze Jega namje balavan choba ye sipen zole rowa yo gewan de kyo gan sonam ye zozo de sona ye lezan Tamba kunye toba yo sanjo sene rambo je maje pana je je jiba nyamba me pada gone gonde pewa yo simje damje de dan den je je ngendo tamje da de tomba ganda zar joy ba de da kunje molan ba yo Sanje rejen zen dambe ga jargan du ja den ba sabje me zon rebu sanga si je zonda ja be tra ji yo. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. Good translating. Thank you for everyone and see you next time. Good, thank you.